Oh, Johnny Simpson and Toby Roland-Jones. Let's start with you, John. A ninth first-class 100. A pretty important one. Where does that rank in your list of innings and achievements in Middlesex?
Yeah, it was pretty good. Obviously, tricky situation coming in, 150 for four, but obviously nice to get three figures, and then obviously but alongside this man who made it look pretty easy when he came in, and then had a bit of fun towards the end. So yeah, obviously nice to get the three figures, but more importantly, I think we're in a pretty good position going in tomorrow.
Because I guess their young debutant had ripped up our early plans for the morning with his little stint. Yeah, there was a lot of pressure, wasn't there?
Yeah, like pressure in any game, any sport, but yeah, just trying to break it down into little partnerships. Obviously, Peter Lang getting his first 50 here was crucial, and then obviously that partnership with Toby towards the back end, and obviously the boards at the end was great. And you know, as I said, it's put us in a pretty good position going into tomorrow. Obviously with ball in hand, and hopefully we can make some early inroads and put them under a bit of pressure.
And this isn't the first time that you two have produced something this year. You were evoking memories of what had happened at Glamorgan earlier on in the season when you came together at a crucial time. John, what's he like to bat with?
Oh, we're a pretty uncomplicated pair, aren't we, to be fair? No, he's obviously a brilliant ball striker, and it's just, you know, for him it's nice to bat with, because you know the tempo is never going to be, you know, you're never going to have a bit of a lull. You're always looking to score and put pressure back on the bowler, so it's quite nice that I can sort of build my tempo and he can kind of go away and do what he did. And you know, I think you saw fruits of what he can do. He's pretty destructive, and you know, kind of made a bit of a mockery of my innings early on, the way he timed the ball. But yeah, he's obviously great to bat with, and obviously enjoy you know, the time we spent together in the middle, and yeah, hopefully that will continue for a long time to go.
Toby, you certainly look like the two of you enjoyed it. So I'll ask you the reverse question. What's he like to bat with?
Yeah, exactly that. I think, you know, when we get together in situations, it's about being pretty clear. We're obviously, on the one hand, in a pretty tricky situation. They're still a little bit behind the eight ball, but I think we both were pretty clear on the fact that if we batted for enough time and things like that, that we can put enough pressure on them and make some headway of our own, and you know, try and stick to our game plan no matter what. So that definitely seemed to work. I think, you know, John, having been in for a little while, meant that he naturally didn't have as many boundary options when I first went in, and then I guess, you know, for me it was a case of just watching the ball well, keep good in 10, and yeah, it seemed like the boundaries are always going to come with the short side there and a pretty good wicket.
And of course, once John left the scene, it seemed that you and Tom just decided that everything was going.
Yeah. Tom came out with some good news regarding just a bit of intent, make the most of the evening time there to you know, if we're going to bat the evening, to make sure that there's some decent runs added to the total. So he sort of came out and made his intentions pretty clear. So I thought it'd be the best thing is to probably join in, and yeah, made it a bit of fun for a couple of overs. Unfortunately, couldn't stick around until the end, but. No, nice to always contribute with the bat. Been a little bit short runs this year, so it's, yeah, nice to finally add to the tally.
So after all that frivolity, and we're 38 runs behind, is there a plan for tomorrow?
I don't think there's anything too explicit, other than the fact that there is a scenario where the pressure, you know, can be put on them tomorrow morning. I think we've seen that the pitch might feel a little different to them in the conditions that we've had for the last day and a half, particularly, you know, once that first day heat's gone, the odd bit of cloud cover coming over has definitely changed conditions. So if there's anything like that tomorrow morning, then we're certainly going to come with the intent of knowing that a couple of early wickets can really add a little bit of pressure to them there, and hope we have a similar sort of first session to what they did, where they bowled nice tight lines and got their rewards. And if we can, you know, add to that and put a bit of pressure on them, then absolutely, why not?
Well, that's good enough for me. Well played, both of you.
Yeah, that question, you defied the odds by hitting a few sixes over the long boundary. Was that something you set out to do as you came in, or was it just based on the delivery?
Yeah, no, not really. I can't really hit it to the other side of the pitch, to be honest. I can only hit it to the leg side. More, yeah, just if it was going to happen, then take on the long side no matter what. Really, I knew if I struck it clean, then I'd probably have enough to clear it, and yeah, I think we knew that runs were at a premium, so yeah, and anything was going in.
And on that very issue about runs being a premium, you managed to adjust the pace of your innings at crucial times, digging and going slowly when that was required, then opening up. How difficult is for a batsman to change the pace of his innings once he's settled on one way of batting?
Oh, look, I think you kind of got your tempo, and you know, for me it was, you know, as Toby alluded to, obviously the field was out, so for me it was just, you know, I knew what my boundary options were there, you know, and when to use them, but obviously just keep trying to tick along and take the innings as deep as we could do, really, trying to get as many runs as we can. But you know, I guess as a batter, it's always difficult to sort of try and up the tempo, but I guess going from sort of second gear to fifth gear can be quite difficult. But obviously these boys made that look pretty easy, you know, after I got out. But yeah, it's one of those. It's in red ball cricket, it's obviously far more difficult than in white ball cricket.
And final question, there's been some tough days for the side just in recent weeks. The end at Worcester obviously was tough, and then the first couple of days here. But today there seemed to be something in the team that's sort of real joy at playing cricket, that they believed in themselves again. You've obviously, it seems that you've turned around something that was getting you down. Has that been difficult, or has that been quite easy in the locker room?
No. Look, I think, you know, in any sport, it's always tough when you lose. But I think, you know, we know we're a very, very good side, and I think the beauty of us is that we're close knit. We're playing some good cricket. Obviously, last week didn't go to plan, but you know, obviously tough first day and a half here. You know, obviously put us under a little bit of pressure, but you know, I think the beauty of us as a side, we you know, when we click, we're more than capable of matching anybody. You know, whether that's anyone in the second division or first division. You know, the quality's there. It's just putting it all together, and I think, as you said, you know, when we have days like this, I think we enjoy and we bask in each other's success, and you know, I think that's the same.
And finally, for you, you've seen a young kid in his debut take sixth today. Does that make you really want tonight to go quickly and get out and at them tomorrow?
Yeah, and credit to him. I thought he bowled great throughout the day. Showed good skill early on, putting us under pressure, giving us nothing, and then obviously came back to finish it off. When, you know, it wasn't the easiest scenario with the ball starting to sort of, you know, was starting to get more aggressive, and he stuck to his guns, and yeah, credit to him. So obviously good for him, but yeah, we certainly showed signs that the